We also said there are two main sources of income. Of course, there's passive income and then there is active income. Passive income, not a income who invested once, who the cash him once, not every month, and not every week at the Sikabrel. Well, and active income who set up business now what do who share business and also all run a business. No, those are the two main areas. I mean, now passive income, no. I want to may advise say because be a 9 to 5 or a passive income be a there are lots of channels at Ghana are passive income. One of the things I mean who machines for instance produce oxygen in hospitals. Ebia obia otie abusika say estimation about let's say $20,000 now or $30,000 a person starts our business now. What you will not be what you be surprised to know is $20,000 and $30,000 na year can within the shortest possible time, let's say even 6 months or less, you get your money back. Because more China and I mean opportunity near man or bit me aye no. Mama say no, o asase wo Ghana, ehun hia so be sidan, be pray ho sidan. Wo de ma asase no say blocks kra na nima with ma asase na ye adwuma. Wo hu, aha na sika na eba no, na wo de sika na share edanse anim. To become an entrepreneur is about the person you become. Well, you must become a person of resilience. You must become a person who knows how to take rejection. You must become a person who understands that not everybody is on your side and not everybody will love your product.
Hello? Oh, my son is Canada dada. And then he left menu. My son this is a setup. Who was Spain? Oh yes. Spain was any sicker free ha. Ghana. Yet we love you. It's 11 and as a me farmer of a baby farm round. Oh, that be my son. Would you check your phone? Why? It's very easy now to send money from anywhere in Europe to Ghana. I'm in Spain right now, and I just send money to my mom. And on Tiasia, also don't send it, don't take e-levy. No, on tap send, there's no e-levy charge. It's just free when you send. Those in the US, those in London, those in Canada, plenty places in Europe. You can send your money through tap send to Ghana, and please, it's free of charge. There's no deduction in any e-levy or any charge at all. So what are you waiting for? Send the money to those family people. Me must send it. Let's go and take a clan talk. Reggae man of a pack. It's tap send.
DHW 1642 Concord Plain Table Intercooler Busha for Mama Kwaba SBTV Africa. So never the benefit chain from a China. I couldn't come up. Business China. Na business Ghana. Over business I say. Important pa nipa na abrante na mene neba show no so no on so a young guy obon hu modi yi pa mene na ba show no so pen e di nkomo pen o business or China no o edwuma o China on one employ Chinese for so na all business for Ghana internet mene ba di nkomo we be say what's up, latest updates then echo internet ba be di nkomo very important making sure say with you know any experience our brabomu and I baby I will do so far. Before I say my my sponsors I say tap send more Europe, Canada, US, the UK, no download the tap send. Tap send app here the any agina so the money sika ebe finti. More Gulf countries, Dubai ni ade no so UAE betimi asene Abu Dhabi ni ade betimi use tap send. Download the app ni see our Play Store ni app so send this scan I ba beto mobile money wallet in Ghana said in Skolom. Now download the app and we have maybe saw promo code Shannon so na type SVTV and one. O type ya o send ya beba. Sasuna ejumapa on demand. Ejumapa on demand ye then more going to more Ghana, especially more going to mu here artisan, styler, painter, plumber, steel bed, electrician, auto repairs near the no. Ejumapa say region bia o project will be na so here almost service bia no. Obenye obi wo ho. Until the other end say call Play Store on the App Store na download the Ejumapa app na ni atro screen so o download ya na just a simple cra no o boss wa obo artisans ni ade we be su diamond ni ade obunya omo and obetimi akọ mo website www.ejumapa.com okwa pa eno na odem saso na Delight Foods Delight Foods here come up ko UK. Hausa Cocoa, Bofrot, Burkina, ena Sobolo, champion pa the whole UK bebia. Oko Afro shop bia na okasa we Delight Foods Delight Hausa Cocoa ube hu obi atombi. Turkey for ni tombi. Obi atombi omofum sa. Enti say walande fresh wo UK for we ni Afro shop bia bisa Delight Food Hausa Cocoa. Onoma kama mesi Ghana. Enti for ni Delight Foods Hausa Cocoa and other Bofrot ni Sobolo no. Sanso na sumafo mo akwantum especially wo Ghana ha no akwantum na sumafo mo se sumomo e bia o ma me yare papa yare busuani bi yare unye obi nkohwe no se mfa ne nko hospital ni ade a sumafo ana wo project bia wa ye obeso obi kohwe ma o bia nipa ne di usika de bia na o ya ye twa picture say sumafo se sumomo inti de obe ense ko Play Store ni app so na download the sumafo app no download di ana che say pa na wo dem straightforward we hear service and one say maybe be am region nyina no omo nkrofo wanti download the smartphone Play Store ne App Store. Inti mami go straight na me CEO of Gasok Electric, CEO of Gasok Electric. I ono che me bicycle cry. Bicycle na me padra me brand them they to oche bicycle. And I mean Daniel E talks kwakudin komo Danny me more about SBTV Africa so mboko there.
Boko, thank you. Thank you. Yeshabio. Thank you.
Yeshabio. Na nyama muti say what China.
China say our Chinese New Year. Say we are in Chinese New Year.
Okay.
China for no mudi or New Year. Inti omo kita different calendar. Omo use the moon to your parents they used to use the moon and the stars to determine the months of the year. And sana Roman 4-day calendar for front by into your momus that so use moon nesania mano. Into your Chinese New Year says kruma edin economy parents fee and business so business wise na China China like every other country they are facing challenges. But what makes a country successful is leadership. Into what news and so say China face challenges or more housing market collapse say economy slow down over China but the leadership make sure say leadership now find a strategic way around it see America the economy collapsed and the American government pumped a lot of money into the government, into the private sector. No, China had the government say we are not going to pump money into the private sector. Why? Because they see anasikafo no omo to flashing yama, omo to average things. Inti ama nkrofo na omo classes second tier, third tier, fourth tier cities no omo produce average yama no. Ejuma so akosa side no. Inti ama balance na by economy ni mo. Inti the government says it's not going to immediately bail out the rich cities, but rather the economy should balance itself. And that is the difference between a capitalist country and a socialist country. China the way a typical socialist country thinks compared to a typical capitalist country thinks. These are the lessons I'm learning from China.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Before I say we asking, I mean, we know doing community somewhere last year, right?
Yes, it was last year.
Somewhere last year. No feedback. And it's some money more. Contact also almost the feedback from you.
Oh yes, me feedback if free. I mean, almost started the PhD. How almost send them a link. No, so your whole video. No, I'm doing well. Let me say that. Say. Yes, it was positive. Good feedback. No more feedback. And after that, cry with China every reach out to me. So Charlie, I saw your video. I'm very impressed. They're in touch. Many guy back we've been in touch, but in shy. Many women be cry in common every USA. Or no, so not per se or talk. Many need in common. My family say me access through your program. I've met a lot of nice people through appearing on the show. I feel say your show is a great platform.
Wow.
The feedback has been very good in terms of sales of the e-bikes. Now, I've had a lot of people contact me. I feel that the goal of the program was not more towards sales of the bikes, but more towards life about born in your man. A lot of people may not necessarily be interested in the e-bikes now, but lessons share or hano,
Which I feel. I know the first time they know about the about life. Oh. you know, but you man, you can't adapt now. Yes, you introduce you na for who and sana. The man for who we need to life ni we are. So me know but you man, you proper business.
Mate.
And now I buy my main focus ni business. And I'm more person business. And challenges a woman as a business, both outside and Ghana, I think. Because we business Ghana so and we business so China so inti me no ba ha ye be business we the way bit me akọ business but challenges e be facing here inti my start straight ni enhwe me no kasa no about electric bikes about gasol gasol electrics ni there so far na at the same me say now the big Ghana business na saying can be chain o share nyamu ko saying challenges be now face o de ba me na bi mu akasa mo say ye business wo Ghana but no credit ni ho and I say and let's hear you as obi a business person and I'll see you
all right, so me ba Ghana July I mean be your friend is saying office crowd Ghana. And I had to employ some people into the office in Ghana. But there was a major challenge with respect to the fact that everyone said, oh, employ only power Ghana, I saw penny power loyal. And how do you get loyal people? You get loyal people through people that you have probably helped in the past. And I said, Obia, why winning ananti for some time, and I said recommendation through someone I will trust in, I didn't really, I looked at qualification, but I didn't really look deeply into qualifications, but the people I got were quite, on paper qualified, and I had a number of products that were Ghana and can some pushing me, but and I was, I was paying them far more than they were earning in their previous jobs. And I gave them the independence to do whatever they wanted to do. But the loyalty was there. They will play with money or anything. But I realized that the motivation was not there. One of the lessons I learned through that, and it's not just through them, but one of the lessons I've learned through that, and say, oh, your boss now create a company. To manage people remotely requires the individuals themselves to be highly motivated. And how do you determine someone you're highly motivated? First of all, our previous job, then and now all yet, and what are some of the things that why you successfully or previous job? So I'm going to cite myself as an example. So nipa bakwame employed and say, nipa no why you unemployed for about 2 years. And me employing nipa no, me who said nipa even though you're honest, one of the challenges I faced with a person was that nipa no any personal motivation. Well, nipa na tinifiache inti onye ejuma no akoye said obia all prepare for wedding but not aware. Well, nipa no ready for ni JS or jacket you are very good any bibia and the office location was extremely good but not from the fear. But I realized nipa in terms of report writing, Nima to say report writing say na to me ensure reports no email cry na attachment you not believe it nipa to me send the attachment and to me attach files to email and send it those are the petty frustrations that was one of the challenges I faced with respect to individuals now even though they were honest financially they were not prepared. They did not have the requisite skills. More productive at what company anymore. I mean, I was more productive as an individual in terms of person per revenue than having people in the office in Ghana. And so, but I eventually found someone. You're very honest. Also very, very, very productive or pushy sales. Now, in terms of opportunities, I may Ghana. You know, my presence in Ghana and my presence in China, and not just as someone out China or you about your business. Me who said there are two main sources of income. Me who said there are two main sources of income. Of course, there's passive income and then there is active income. Passive income, not a income who invested once, who see cash in once, not every month, and not every week at the Sikabrel. Well, and active income who set up business now, we do a share business and also run a business. No, those are the two main areas. I mean, now passive income. No, I want to may advise say because it'll be a 9 to 5 or a passive income. There are lots of channels at Ghana are only passive income. You know, opportunities need to you know, one. So our contacts now. Some of them, okay, I'll start from maybe an very capital intensive from capital intensive from. One of the things I mean machines for instance, produce oxygen in my hospitals. Obia oti abusika estimation about, let's say, $20,000 now or $30,000 a person starts our business. No, what you will not be what you'll be surprised to know is $20,000 and $30,000 na year can. Within the shortest possible time, let's say even 6 months or less, you get your money back. And I'm not saying this. Yes, I'm not even 6 months. No, my year even more careful. My year more careful. You know, because there have been actual cases with other countries, especially during now. Why oxygen? And now why? Let me start with oxygen. Why oxygen? Oxygen is a gas that we all use in the hospitals. Local hospitals, they say, BBC, I do see oxygen. So, but you'll be surprised, say, and not just in Ghana. I hope that other people in other countries every hospital in Ghana needs oxygen. Every health facility in Ghana needs oxygen. And where do we get the oxygen from? Oxygen, the raw material is the air. How do you produce oxygen? The whole process, no, eventually, no, reach out. I'm mentioning the whole process, but it's a machine that is made up a number of components. The compressor, the oxygen machine itself, you know, and then the tanks. Into the raw material air. You understand? Into the compressor just sucks the normal air, compresses it, and then takes it through some filtration process. At the end of the day, it produces about 99.999% oxygen, which is useful for hospital purposes. Into what we invest in such a machine or what? You don't have to buy oxygen. You don't have to buy any raw material. Only hospital.
I say organizer for no.
Exactly. A compressor no more use. A compressor no more use. But they are not and filtered air. It's unfiltered air. It is still inti. Ejuma sa no one said the raw material is air. Inti Sanya man say, you know, I did where American. It has taken me a lot of time to discover it. And I actually had the privilege of meeting the second largest producer of these machines in China. Now, on a company in America, a better company in China. And it's no, why paying, but what you no enjoy in Sika. On a training me, a chair me machine, it's a huge money bibia. And aside that, there's a machine for called I don't say nitrogen. Nitrogen is it also takes the way from the atmosphere. Into PSA, the one from the PSA nitrogen machine. Matonsa machine is the amount for Ghana did that. And as nitrogen, what does it do? Obi say nitrogen said the nitrogen there. First of all, auto plantain chips and auto chips are from a woman and from market nitrogen. Nitrogen Ghana Standards Authority and now Food and Drugs Board. So person we get packaged food. I say package processed food. I say package. I say nitrogen. Package them so that and say in time. Aside that, so no the oil and gas industry. And say so no or here nitrogen. Why? Because nitrogen is an anti-inflammatory gas. And ma explosion NC. Obia yusu eja niamano. They need nitrogen around them, but it is used under controlled conditions. And one of the things Papa Nika me or say, Daniel, what are the basic needs of life? And I'm so food, shelter, clothing. And also, sana ya catch and sana so to be a business. I'll feel real estate at a return, Adriane, or Sanya Manoba, or catch Mrs. I say the basic needs of life are oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, and carbon. So our 4 gases way. Human beings and life cannot exist without these 4 gases. Well, into anyone who goes into the business of producing these gases for commercial use is going to be rich forever. Well, and this is knowledge that I haven't shared with anyone. I'm sharing free on your platform, and people's minds may not have probably come on this, idea. But if you want to know more about it, I can share, and it's something that you can definitely invest into. And so when you talk about passive income, owning a machine like this will help you a lot in getting passive income. You literally need just about 2 people to manage this machine periodically, and then the investment will just be working for you. And then secondly, no me say ejuma friend work and pay, no sika wompa, auto ebia bibi 1,000 Ghana, now the more be work and pay at the end of 2 years, stand pandit you can be 3,000 Ghana free. So, and more importantly, so no sika na buy every week. Me ankasa no me wa Ghana no 2008, my first boss. Investment bank, investment company be. They were one of the first people to introduce work and pay with Tata Indica. Tata Indica. They introduced about 200 cars. It's not meant I work and pay na Tata Bibre say there. Omonya musika back easy cry. Omonya musika back easy. Now later me back Ghana and who say no. I did way not there's a now me turn e-bike man for cash. But who say no. Now me interview guys be who say no sika wom e-bike o de be work and pay no sika wom chain ubeto car e dey work and pay. Even though the reason why make us and then say sika now the better the best 70,000 better car or be bro best 500 CD sales a week. O de best 10,000 and I said 12,000 at e-bike. Or be bro best 300 CDs and now 350 CDs a week. Inti o compare, look at the amount of money, 12,000, 70,000. Back where bro 350, back where bro 500. Inti 70,000, no bet me at e-bikes, be say only God knows how many. Be say 6, but yeah, say 7. Look at how much it's going to bring you in total in a week compared with all the better car at the work and pay. And why is this becoming popular? It's becoming popular because of food delivery for them. And a delivery business. No? It's becoming extremely popular. And it is one thing that's going to become more popular than any other business in Ghana. Inti say food delivery business. You can set up a company out there food. I know that means you are involved in the company. But so auto e-bike no. Now my e-bike ni ejuma. Now every week bro sika. And every 2 weeks, bro sika no. That is more. You know you'll be out to baby what e-bike no ejuma and no. Inti for an e-bike that you buy at 12,000 CDs, I bet me running ABI and say 100-kilometer range no. That e-bike is bringing you 350 CDs a week no. So me calculate on this one. Then say 12,000 CDs divided by 350 a week no. That is 34 weeks. Well, but I did the calculation wrong. 34 weeks. 34 weeks in 1 year. 1 year obenya osika back. In 1 year obenya osika back. Into unya osika back now. Enfane say 8 months. 8.5 months obenya osika back. Unya osika back now the money pan 2 years. Months na kan nyina no osika. Mfaso. Inti me who say any passive income can I just look at the say 70,000 be year that car now or the 12,000 into 12,000 better 5 and better 6 e-bikes into 6 e-bikes no what they ubenya 2,100 Ghana cedis a week into sika now the better car factor e-bikes never your work and pay now the benya 500 ubenya 2,100 cedis a week. And so these are the passive income opportunities I be and especially with e-bike no. And e-bike no so no the be nyame aduma me person make plans ne be brave but the be beba I mean more advanced. And I motorbikes next animal and no Ghana nkwa. You know, amame who said opportunities were Ghana. Opportunities were Ghana pa asase da ho I won't use unya share so, you know, and I'm my wife can near my bit me a assassin so. Because more China and I mean opportunity who near man bit me aye no. Mama say no, assassin wa Ghana, who he has obesi dying, but pray when we see dying. Wo de ma assassin no say blocks grana nima which ma assassin na ye juma. Wo hu na sika na ba no na wo de sika na ehye edanse anim na wo ho ankokyerɛ because before be almost assassin straight on makosi dan na answer say wo ye juma esi dan no but ese wo assassin ye juma na wo de si dan.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
Na niema bibli ho anso me so nipa betumi aye ama because passive income you feel say online nkwa na betumi aye passive income but any online nkwa those are some of the things that I'm realizing. Yeah.
Wow. Aside the ogo kan about kakra also we hu Ghana. Ghana hano na bebre na yakasa opportunities wa but it looks like bebre na yen hu. So be catch us say obi wo sika no but hu opportunities na wa. Obi wo sika all right ono nim business idea bia. It is obi ono benya idea ne be start no wo sika no the sika na ko eden akoshem bebre because ono so person copy because wo sika niti no dey akoshem.
Yeah.
But ebi won so oni sika no but for idea no ho.
Yeah.
Abe den ni start. Ebi mo won so mo hu hwe nti ono no hu se Ghana no enye nti yen kwa brochi.
Yeah.
Yen boss no hu opportunity bia. Ebi mo so ehu mo ni sika. Ebi mo so wo sika no so mo ye ebi mo so wo sika no so mo hu ye.
Yeah.
Nti na me bisa say wo so buy kakra wa list no. So opportunities were you better than start it. Se me nisika.
Yeah. Exactly. Business dear DJ. Me start a business no. I'm SHS3. Well, business is an attitude, it's a character or building. So only obia or business minded. Ube to me free Ghana. Aqua broche, only business minded. Only business minded. It is not something you pick up with 2 point. A idea will start practice no. Me obia sebe maton sanitary pad da. Maton house kokoda. Enye house kokoda the city so be a different type. The packaging be powder there no. Maton nyama be maton electric cables among Crawford. I have never been afraid of risk. Well, inti me obia me ba China no. Even though I made jacket no. We catch me and say, no, there's something else I must do. I could have told myself, say, Akitiana major no. And honestly, Akitiana major no say manya business. I'm okay. I can make that time my wife, I can be a happy life. But because it's a character I have built, it's very difficult for me to stop. Why? Because I have seen, say, Sikana major a month no. Me to make the 1 transaction or 2 transactions in your Sikano. Well, and how do you do it? It's a process. Inti obia opese okọ gym opese o gym ya 1 day won say yenum bia okọ gym ya 1 day ba na check your muscles ahwe say macho na ba na ye na nim the process of going to the gym inti business no so no ho. This is my conclusion. To become an entrepreneur is not about what you sell. To become an entrepreneur is about the person you become. Well, you must become a person of resilience. You must become a person who knows how to take rejection. You must become a person who understands that not everybody is on your side. and not everybody will love your product. When you become that person of resilience, that person who knows how to take rejection, that person who understands that not everybody will be on your side, no, you are becoming an entrepreneur. When you become that person, anything your hand touches becomes gold. Anything your hand touches becomes a success. So it's not just about selling anything. Inti bibi a obe started bia no say niema obe me wa Ghana na me ton stationery na me to me call Accra High Court echi ho no ko for ton stationery me na mo akoya danfo. Now I've registered my company. I'm advertising my company, Novi Stationery. Na ebia menya order obi afre me na menya order na mako supply niema no almost be supply niema be to make after 1 week 2 weeks na mako hu nkrofo na catch am so oh menya order bi wo company say this is their order into me to me niema na be to me e dia come am 2 weeks omo to make na ma be to omo ka, and they give it to me because I have a relationship with them. We must we be a one uni sike bia the best started business are all pese your business no. Look for the people who are already in business that are selling products. I can guarantee you, sir, a lot of people selling products are not selling everything they need to sell. So if you offer your help, who offer help as a young person, say, oh, bro, me who sell ton calculators. Me won for me companies make me ton calculators ni ba ma more. Oh, any example when fa culture mo. Now, what do calculators now their culture? You learn the process of rejection. Because you must be rejected as an entrepreneur. People must say no to you. People must tell you, say, well, now you're in this. People must treat you, but it's something you must learn. Well, me say more products or Ghana, meton. At a point, me product egu Ghana, sikana or Ghana no. Meton me nyobia mane ton yanka. Na me so me sika kakra nanka my investors sikana into new products. Na me anka meni nipa na ye. But ni mani go ho. Okacho obi say onko ton a nipa no onko. Like young people, you tell them so. Obi pressure say, "Oh, me here sika say, oh man, it's gonna challenge more products. So to me, more commission say, you make more money. Nipa no unko. You pay sika by your pay juma. What I say? Inti, that was one of the challenges I felt. And remember China, no, the way I have built relationships with people is that I don't have to buy some of the products. I bought the samples. Obi one mommy samples need for free. Me to samples no. At the marketing. I didn't know end ton me who say end ton. Well, internet mejai, but nipa who say me serious. I have relationships in China. Me, I'm marketing more products. Almost me say, oh Daniel, you know something about Google advertising? Can you help me with Google advertising? Me tell her Google advertising be and share me internet so na me see here. But yeah, me Chinese companies be more Google advertising because they cannot access Google because it has been banned in China. Well, apart from physical, look, uyo bia unisika. Our person started business. Learn sales. Learn how to sell. Suyanse ne ton ade. Uni ma de ton wa sika inhiauda. Because and when I said, look, there was a time more Ghana me ton suffer me or suffer car man. I can't come in who da. Me who can that. And when I said me desi ton a ton and I me ton ye. And na nipa ne free north e buy e betua sika no. And nipa no if I say na me pastor ne ton 4,007. And I me ton no be say me ton 5,000. Into nipa ne tua 4,009 or say then into 200 cedis na also no. Na media. And I me pastor so say omo your margin say omo ba me 700 no into I didn't menya 900 cedis in faso on that car just by selling a product I could not buy with my own capital. Well, into a lot of people who say money capital no. There are companies in China, in Ghana. Companies are more ton niema, obi ton fridge, obi ton niema. And when they shop, only workers, only secure bit your workers. But niema ni go. In two cartons, oh man, I do what on saying, oh, me ton 50 cities. Oh, okay, meet me at home. I mean, picture, I mean, found cotton manco for. Oh, they are called 2 GG. Oh, they be 2 GG. Uncle for contact. Oh, and your shop we cotton. Me share where your shop on. A your shop. When I will say, oh, Tom, me madam shop. Into Bishan was shop. Oh, who say hoya mo shopper? Madam knew himself. Oh, girl, you're serious. Boy, you're serious. My man more niema. Oh, that is how we build trust. We don't use money to start a business. We use determination. Oh, say that me wow. Na unye sikan unya unfasoni bia. Na udia ton niema. Na also udia starting kra. Into so you're Ghanaian, you're a young person. TikTok are you also DJ. China TikTok, the highest paid person on TikTok in China Last year, 2023, he earned $471 million on TikTok. $471 million. Into me, say I'm free Facebook. Me just using my Instagram bio. I know the power of social media. I know the power of not just social media, but TikTok and Facebook and YouTube. I know the power of these apps. I'm trying to say, baby, I feel say I need a creative person or be to me a creative concept for TikTok because I don't want to manage my own TikTok account anymore. Well, because of where I am in China, no, I've been able to create an account that makes me a ton near. I can create a shop on TikTok and sell directly. But then again, I want other people to manage the account for me and to promote the services I offer on TikTok. Until let's learn how to sell. And how do you learn how to sell? You learn how to sell by starting bit by bit. You know, Ubakofa Obiniama, not waton. Oh, Mr. Daniel, me who say oh near maybe Ghana, meet me na. Oh, Niamano. And the good thing about Sanyamana, I overstock. Ewo Uncle shops, someone say, Otoma Nipana bia, and yes, Sanyamana or rely on for no nisika. Into Otonia Nipana. The person might end up giving you a commission which is bigger than what you would have earned for what Nipane did on Makasintika Shim Sisia. Well, in T7, me when you're Ghana, Abia, Edahobia, 1 year in Menton, not what Mama Toa. Say, Oton, instead of giving you 10% commission, I can give you 20% commission. So you end up making good money by just selling something that has been in the storeroom for a while. So please, Ghana now Nisika, it's not a problem. You can still start by learning how to sell. But capital now per se started business. I'll highly recommend say need time go into businesses that earn you passive income. Well, and how do you earn passive income? Passive income is earned through systems that are proven or businesses that are proven. Well, in say unya obi nipano was say, oh Charlie, my business no make me 20% per annum. Okay, now we agree, now we discuss it, now my lawyer bim, now we sign a contract. Oh, not we release it. Okay, so now what is the business model? These are things that you need to get advice from. Oh, your e-bike business, your work and pay. Okay, you started with 2 e-bikes now. So Sika buy every week consistently for 4 months, 5 months. Now me the more ashamed. Oh, not nipano. Apart from electric bikes, electric car. I bet you say, look, Sika better fuel. So you see normal car. Better for best 500 Ghana cedis a week. Maybe at Ghana, I spend no less than 10,000 cedis in 2 weeks on moving around. Well, we spend 500 Ghana cedis a week on fuel. But if you decide to buy an electric car, it will cost you not more than 70 Ghana cedis a week to just charge the car. Well, calculate that over a period of time. So, number one, you are an individual, and I heard I maybe a taxi driver but I heard from someone say, "Oh, you see electric car for Uber," and I said hiring just because I don't want to mention the companies. Oh, you see for ride-hailing services, you can get as much as 2,000 Ghana cedis a week as a car owner from using electric car because driver no spending very little on fuel. It costs very, very little, about 1/10 of the cost of fuel is spent of charging the car, and maintenance so from power. The only thing is say car based on advice I made our China your car is above 2018. Electric cars are above 2018. And as our cars so now me I do mobile to be $5,000, $6,000. What she pay at Ghana and finally say plus shipping no about including transfer costs about $8,000. Go bibisa into clear clearing a bibe won kakra. About $3,000, $3,500. But if you're spending $11,500 on a car, we must say Ghana, a bit more ton car, no, 130,000 Ghana cedis, electric car, slightly used one, and your mileage will bring 130,000 Ghana cedis. What do you work and pay? Ned, bro, there's 2,500 cedis a week, crana. Imagine how much you're going to get is with a period of time. That is how much money people are making. There are people in Ghana. Yeah, can say people have got about 50 cars, 20 cars, electric cars. Ghana, work and pay a mom. But unyo bia unim near electric car na who say we electric car. What's him keke? But inti say journey no, and let me explain. Say 1 kilometer is just about 0. Say and do 1 Ghana cedis. One 400 kilometers. He has 400 kilometers. 70 Ghana cedis for 400 kilometers. No, it's about 17 pesos. You see, so you are spending about 17 pesos per kilometer. Yemfane say 50 pesos per. You are spending 15 pesos per kilometer from Odoko to Tetekwashi roundabout. It's about 15 kilometers. Oh, yes, that's about 7 cedis, 50 pesos. That's how much you will spend. The highest way you will spend is about 7 cedis, 50 pesos just to move from Odoko to Tetekwashi. What the car na ye Uber? You can charge you better 50 cedis and now 40 cedis. One charge you 40 cedis. Into nipa no spend 7 cedis, 50 pesos. Not car no from Odoko to Tetekwashi 40 cedis krana. Just imagine. In fact, so wunya also. Driver no benya ne de, also benya wo de. Compared with car dear, normal fuel car dear, one spend the car, best spend 2 cedis per kilometer. 2 cedis per kilometer. In this journey now, no, you are spending about 30 cedis from Odoko to Tetekwashi, 15 kilometers. But we'll charge you 40, we'll charge you 45 cedis and 50 cedis. Into one fast one, oh, driver no fast one, after spending the fuel on 15 cedis, and I'll be you dear, and I'll be my boss also there. Into electric car is not only saving the environment, but it's a good benefit on the pockets of people. Now, let me push our minds a little bit further. If we want to think about buying, and I want to think about the government, how much does government spend on fuel for parliamentarians alone every year? If we want to save the country money, take whatever amount there is, which is public figure anyway. If you go into the Controller and Accountant General, probably to be in there, divide that by 1/10. That is how much we'll spend on fuel, and the rest of the money, imagine where the rest of the money can go. Now, the people who are selling fuel will say, hey, now you're introducing electric car and the fuel stations, no. How are we going to benefit from that? You see, electric cars, even though they save the environment and they'll be beneficial to all of us, no, they cannot replace fuel stations, because guess what? The industries, the companies, they still need fuel. We still need to produce fuel for industrial purposes. So if you're talking about commuters on the road, gradually moving from, normal combustion engine cars to fuel cars now, we are not threatening any industry at all. And we don't think that if there are about 1 million people in Ghana using combustion engine cars now, we don't think that all the 1 million will convert to electric in the next 10 years or 20 years. No, we don't think that. We think there's going to be a mix. So everybody will get a fair share. And moreover, the fuel stations can also begin to put charging stations in their fuel stations. And this can earn extra income for them. You understand? So they will not lose completely from selling fuel to people, but they can also combine selling normal fuel with selling electricity to cars in the fuel stations. So these are the two areas that I feel that electric mobility can help us, and business in general in Ghana, and not just Ghana, Africa.
Me that's for briefing us or the work in, but young share starting free make his point to be about Nisika, but you say a co-business more, and I say Nisika, but you complain say you money or by say starting in a way. I make our say starting in Kakra.
Yeah.
Because starting in Kakra, a bian so can I say a man for craft phone CB latest phone abokato phone or boyfriend be a tama be a tama and a sugar mommy be a tama and will cry expensive phone.
Yeah.
iPhone then Samsung then latest.
Yeah.
Na be na no ye nam social media ni ato bundle so body na be na no enyama e be boa no mpe nse nko we hu abasem we atem bia ne so obiti mo TikTok o no e China no be make big money.
Yeah.
But obey they make it in a mindset one, and then you have to try. It's
Yes.
say many we say wait on product be and I say me who say we will be shop be near their phone now Ukraine there sa internet no ben nipa no na twa bi na ba fa be sa wo dede no dede na ya ne wo super dede ni bi but to talk post na start say wo ton ba ko mienu miensa bi nipa ne be say And we business so a bit near for our side before obession no now also when you osike bi wom when you osike bi wom pampo na ubenya sa business idea no so that business idea no so benya bi no say oh kakra no so na so no when you some business we share mempo ya make say business we mo ya oh yeah bibi say you get the chance me pay you get a chance to meet people because who share for you don't know who one a bit me am link be an link we are say links small link be no partner but where they share for no
exactly
true and a movie about two oh son okay be reject ni ade say be me wo a yet be tro mo say oh ebia Danny me be say no ba show no so SBTV obeka say dabi me who say dabi I don't lose anything. But try say me no bad show so and I will say on your interview. What do I lose? But I've learned me a cool. Obi musu baba say oh nyame me say me ba show so okay me dey say me be doors am say bra. It is always about show so fine. Obi won ha obi opportunity say nipa na ka just say onya eno nche say waba mu bebu. So no nya obi be
ye.
You get what I'm saying? Marketing
exactly.
Obi be reject o enye obi na be ka say okay majiwatum obi be reject but so I just move on.
One say DJ Mintra no but one say what are the most valuable companies in the world? Apple, Tesla. The most valuable companies in the world, Apple, Tesla. But how many people use Apple? Obi ka to say Apple dey mempe Apple dey say the fact say un use no nche say Apple mo nyom musika. What you say? And Tesla, so you'll be na Africa go for him drive a Tesla. But Tesla is one of the most valuable companies in the world. But how many people drive Tesla? It's a oh yeah business. As a young person, now feel say Uncle and Pemi product Uncle for say Uncle for no money Uncle for biasa. We be say Uncle for 10. But how many people are there in Ghana? So with the Ghana crave film, how many people are there in Eastern region, Northern region? We have unfortunately maybe I'll be new one how now feel say what doing na or minimum crop for your young person start a business and no first of all say your customers are not necessarily your friends. They're not your friends. There are many people who have sold products online. They say there are many millionaires who are online who don't even know who their customers are. They don't know who their customers are. They don't know even one customer, but they are selling and making millions online. So you use the internet the same way. That's the power of the internet. When you go online, wait me a shop, you are Accra Central. Oh, ma'am, wait me a TikTok live or how I'm a ton to man. Okay, guys, okay, I'm on TikTok. Today I'm selling cloth. Nipa now or making $471 million a year in China. No, oton baby, oton pencil, oton baby. The person makes a lot of money. But he makes about $400 million a year. Or not on makeup and or your bema, and or share makeup, no that chunk of four, and or chunk of four send no. In so your bema, no just on to mean ton wig. Which make a ton wig. Usually no sanya man or your bema not person nisika, or ton maniama. A man be sure because say be all your fine boy, oh guy your ton me ton sanitary pad no. Because they gonna make a ton sanitary pad, me ton sanitary pad was they gone. With ton sanitary pad, but be the sanitary pad if you America buy it. But mistake any panel and say one fan FDA first, Standard Board Authority first. Until length now or the buyer no, it's not approved by Standards Authority. Into which me and ton, into me and kasa me comments if you girls need be say oh mo bleedia sebe mo bleedia a farm on China near massa. Inti, but me say woman not penning time. Or she can or the 40-footer container kasi ne buy and sanitary pads in kwan gum. You can go online. Nipa say we go online. Oh, now I connect shop. Now I turn your mano. Guys, there are so many ways you can use your mobile phone. Me use iPhone, Chinese phones. I use so. And then I say TikTok. No computers not use TikTok because my phones are trying not to use TikTok, sir. But this is how I have learned. Me back China say me back Ghana say brand. Me back Ghana na me need you me biya na me need capital. Me use me TikTok at their turn yama. Because how can you do it? If you'll be name, okay, guys, in TCC, no, wait, beside madam ne mobile number. Your payment is here na your delivery driver will have to see into what ya ne de send, what ya ne de send. Into you will be on live and be receiving payments. Madam, oh yes, what ya showing as your friend is saying reference no into so wait here, but you now pay live sales. I'm telling you, the number one way of selling will be live sales. We buy live abetoniama because unkofoni who feely. We who say what thought idea no woman feedback. All live no so no we want not receiving any. Oh guys, I have just received my item. Oh wow, that feedback. No unkofoni who they trust still. Inti, no you are not committed to even one shop. Wait for Madam shop, Madam A shop, ako Madam B shop, Madam Betoniama na meji 10%. Okay, no problem. Into what Toniama no, what we that day no you commission now. The next day I shop B. I Toniama into every day be in the shop. Into Monday to Friday no, every day be our shop for from. O Tom Moniama. Obe GDN. That and you wanna be o bad life say ya with Toniama 10,000. Because we now seek oko. That is how a lot of young girls, who young girl or drive a flashy car or China. Omo de omo ho ofe e de Toniama online.
Me who be cry na omo so mbe ye aduane bebre no mo wi meat ni and omo wi meat omo wi meat edu baby a obema omo so mo didi fast Chinese one edu baby a no atro getting to the end no atro product be or the product we be see ho.
Yes.
No I can't Chinese kasa mu say
yes
advert no
advert and as you see we are smarter we say I dey make we are smarter. Papa bi Alibaba for no omo create app bi wo China anko for the Toniama omo ye app in such a way say sia no omo akọ ekrase na obenya fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh nyama no me say na me me wife come say hey we a good idea power we the idea made it to platform so free unko for omo the app na akọ omo share ekrase for no how to use the app into sia no ubeko app no so benya fresh fruits, fresh vegetables if you cross it cheap. Into na app no say app no omo kasa omo arrange transport at their back city ni mo. Into omo to me omo farm no so omo chef farmer know how to use the live app no at their ton move vegetables na no. Into omo so benya good price. Well, that is a very simple idea.
A smart way and good but yeah so no enye baby e crossing baby na network ne be fa but e be manage this baby challenge baby no
exactly there's a company won't say a honest opportunity no one because you should then to me because there are some Wi-Fi wireless Wi-Fi networks about me akọ area ho to me the Wi-Fi network akọ aya network into Uber link it so we a business person and a young entrepreneur won't to stock won't fall sika and touch it and when I say oh papa na oya audio no obi one momo number the biabe receiving this hard day no and then you turn tomatoes wouldn't be DJ idea way a very simple me who Facebook da obi so tomatoes e wo chrome ha one person autono brasisia mama send the messages here o call live e wo TikTok. That's why I like TikTok more than Facebook. Or TikTok so here and one say you post oh guys I am in this city omo share nia oton onu ani onu abekasa into macho baskets way into you try and mix sales on TikTok live into ube jidin obi ehun say about TikTok live problem so be ton near cheap restaurants be show hotels be show obi a show because omo nim say ube ton near cheap because what jidin e was that space ni mo. So what the vegetables are we making sure say the beer vegetables on may harvest beyond and I say tilapia harvest time as soon and when I say what catch a farm owner and I say oh but what the faber said 40 kg between chamame na menton no now they are too hot now you're live fancy came to ya and when I say oh ton oh more 40 over 2 kg now you wrap it now do the atare so now you Saturday now you deliver now if you are kusumbo me what na make my be that and not on TikTok, but I used to go to Akosombo, I'm a koto tilapia, and no can imagine Kofusika did that. Well, so me wakoto say, na me be sunny pan, so turn and help catch him say, wait, say, na makoto na me their bromo. But it's here with the technology, no, I could have gone to Akosombo and sold on TikTok live. Me who obia ewo Ghana or turn tilapia fresh, ewo farm, ewo TikTok. Me who da, me who say obia ewo Accra Central. Eton electric cables and not tonyama ko for beto de bia tomatoes pepper sanya mana ehun hia se obeko krom akohwehwe bebia corners no won corners no. I don't say oh and then your cheap one do ha and then the basket in basket way na 5 cedis. Anton say see abesa. Boom so obi a ehun hia ne kra no beto because onim say wo page no kwa de is for selling. It's a brand. Obe build this our brand no. Obe wana companies eduwechi. Say oh me patcho we dey beton dem we dey appearance fee cry 50 cedis, appearance fee 100 cedis.
Perfect. Where a free filler.
Free filler.
Yeah. Na me catch a young ones, you know. Say obetena say who complain who trying say aban me be adwuma mo aye obeche. Nti aban no omo o kasa o twan aban dia masa. Dani ne kai also obeche. Obeche. Adwuma no we nya anye. Look sharp. Me dey na me ba na me dey more business minded say na aba. Look sharp. There are so many opportunities around us. Meaning say obeka say scale ni hot but ukra phone yi so na we show phone na ukra no so yeske be ma uska. Phone na ukra no data na wato na say utimi nya bibi free ho say more information say timi ma bibi ase e betimi benefit utie bibi a ade na be benefit o enya ade bia obetie benefit o. Dey ya me ka. Because me steady bebre na we wan about sem na we sa so very ma etie sa enti ade be benefit o I betimi am otu anamon bi wa brabo mu no you listen to it na also adjust we asema we can free consultation wa kan yama bebre wom into tie ni yi a masa sorry don't waste postpone why no draw plans China. Yaka Ghana sem kakra China or China ho.
Eyo da sani bia ni da so se obenya adwuma ye. Sanso na yentimi nya adwuma ebra ye ni anyinama hoden. Eto da wobedru adwuma mu na nkane ani ho. Eba saa na atete no aye bebre. Enkankan se wobepo adwuma ba fie na nkane ani fie. Wokoso generator nso a. Ase famie na nso se wonim JB Mobile Engineers a. All the above problems will be a thing of the past. JB Mobile Engineers in Kwan near Bema 24-hour dedicated generator services. JB Mobile Engineers, ton generators, fufro, any other denina, Samsung ye maintenance, repairs, consultation, which I say, Uya Juma, say fie, Numa Hodo, na o pesa auto generator, any generator be an auto, and to buy ye betcha chumu, near Bebo, Samsung so and I ye welding and fabrication. So generator Kitwa Anakase, ye basi dine, kama Eddie Sisu and Suni area and Seno. So we school, sorry. Hospital, companies, and mining companies. Ubia by a so ya, ye betimi abuamo, a ye generator, a bebo jumenina. Bon JB Mobile Engineers, our Tema Michelle Camp Road, Freya, our 0244-623899, and now 0207-596676. JB Mobile Engineers, your generator friend.
I mean, him saying go for beton yama, Ghana. Meaning say online you see another AliExpress when you are go focus online quite me order nyama me the brom and see another strategy you China market ni see ana a day na move wo day na see ana wo hwa we solve out mu say ade be hot spy the big Ghana be farmer
yes mo nia China dey move wo ha no once China no say e ba na say production Omunya government support. Inti government ne hwe bibia ewiase ko. Government ne hu say the whole world is moving towards clean energy. Inti government no boa companies are almost set it up. Say your company will set it up. To me a build it by 100 cars. Every car be a bit 30% of the cost. Go inti sanya man emma green energy China are very popular. Very popular. China is the number one producing country when it comes to electric cars. Why? Because government gives them a lot of support. And you'll be surprised when America banned a lot of countries from doing business with Russia. A lot of Chinese companies have gone to fill the space in Russia. Sa companies now move free Europe in America or more because money Ukraine air coin to quantity free Russia no China for smart people say a Ghanaian or mark of Felisa space no say car companies or mark of Felisa space no say clothing company or mark of Felisa space no So Nyamekano about China and say if you want to do business in China, first of all, no, share markets now. This is what I think. Anything that has to do with environment, it has to do with green energy. Well, solar. Advice is advice, a lot of advice free or up so. Because if it's time Kwame Nkrumah set up a Kosombo Dam, said the Detroit, there has always been power problems in Ghana. Ghana has always had power problems. And by the grace of God, solar has come at a cheaper price than it used to be. Obibeka said, oh, solar, dear, sending boarding for the whole house, no boarding in Yama. Look, I have read articles of people converting their farm into solar farms, preserving energy and selling the energy to people. You know, this is for a certain level of people who have got a certain amount of money that you can actually have land, set up enough power that will sell power to people. Why? Because it's a very wonderful passive income. Every single day, every single hour somebody use your power, they're going to pay for it. Well, but say yes, small business. Make us say even with that area ne krana, unya small items and to me a store energy, because it's almost impossible to do anything in this world without energy these days. I used to touchlight in the touchlight business was very good at those times. No, unya mini power stations are to me they are charging on my phones. It will crash because a lot of people have to try, and these farmers and other people, they have to travel, go and charge their phones, assuming there's power outage. We have mini power stations, maybe 200 watt, 300 watt power stations. A bit me charge it, a bit me say be a plug a fan. Crano, or tons of mana, and I say a bit to me a plug in your light, and a job. You know, in the evening, and some of them are actually powered by solar. During the daytime, they use the solar panels to charge the mini power stations. At night, they can use these power stations to watch the TV or to actually switch on the fan. These small items are very good, you know, for business purposes. So, in Nkolanyama, they can never go wrong. So also learning materials, learning tools. Men can't tire because entire business. The problem is different sizes, fabric, variations also. But China is very great at making learning tools. So until you'll be open collar now per se will be business. But me at one carton. You know, to be in papa no okay, me remember I'll say or started business or the one carton of a drugs, medicine, and all they started to binko. One carton from India. Oh, you'll be a person starting colonial start with toys and color toys. I'm idea. Oh, I don't know. Say apart from that, and color bowls or multimedia. You know, anything that to do with children. You know, and no education. In general, it be a math set. We feel say be a ones are on to but every year be a color different level. You know,
wow. But idea bako eba ende ba idea bako me dwen wa ya na mentia say enti empayinfo yi me hu video sare na ma dwen wa na me hu video bi wo Uganda na me say na dey we enti me ye bi wa na
electric bus
say enyama kete me hu video bi wo Uganda na sare na me say filter sa car filter na sa oil no sa filter no
yeah
Uganda for up China for you say Chinese Asia for nibi and produce filter no so craft filter be free Caribbean so ma into youth no no almost no China for nibi no produce filter car filter ne pe into me say sade we yen ntimi nyempo a yen ntimi nyati sa brofo no ba esi esua bibi free omo into and you loan near the intimate fan crofo yi be magana omo yes after yi near be critic company ni bi wa ha near nche crofo no mo fa ye workers near produce filter no wa near enjoy filter kra
DJ one say we have about 5 car companies or more Ghana 5 car companies, Omufia Brochi, VW, Toyota, Nissan, Kia, they're all having factories in Ghana. Now, none of these factories has made or is producing electric cars in Ghana. Meanwhile, in Europe, by 2030, Omaka said they will no more be producing fuel combustion engine cars. Until we are allowing these companies to come into our country without any long-term plan of producing electric cars. Chinese why can't they do it? Because need experience, no. VW any experience of producing electric cars. Kia any experience of producing electric cars. Any company that has tried to produce electric cars, they go to China. Because China was smart. China said, you need to be in Germany, you need to be in Japan when it comes to producing cars. Into you produce electric cars. You produce electric cars. You master. Into no country can beat China when it comes to producing electric cars. So if now can the world is going towards electric mobility. Even if the whole government, all the ministries, it's cars to electric cars now. They say made in Ghana cars. Into China, no policy. They say we are a foreign company now, but China, you have to partner with a local company. You cannot set up by yourself. Into VW Abagana, and I say Nissan Abagana, and I say Kia Abagana. No, Kia cannot be a single company in Ghana. They have to partner with a local company. Why? Because they have to transfer knowledge. And the advantage that has happened in China is that small company now, foreign company now partner on want to start another company. Owners not start another company. No, want to start producing new cars from the knowledge they have also gained from the Americans. That is why China has grown a lot of companies that produce electric cars, because they learn from the Americans and they start their own companies. And so they are unbeatable. They're unbeatable. But in Ghana, we allow them to come. They will allow them to come. We allow these big companies to come, set up the company, and then we have no ownership of the company. We have no involvement in the company. We are not giving roles. We are not allowing a company to be part of this ecosystem. Well, since Kantanka,
Apostle or Sati Yamo back in Benabim.
And I make it should have been it should have been a policy said. It should have been a policy said build a car companies for Ghana, partner with Kantanka. Partner with Kantanka and let Kantanka grow. At the end of the day, the foreign company is growing, Kantanka is also growing. Because he himself, it is not 100% made in China. And Kanyobe who said the next 5 years, and Kanyobe said 2 other companies would have grown out of Kantanka because almost different cars. Me Ghana now me start e-bike. Last man I make me start e-bike. Me contacted Ghana company be so Charlie more year batteries. Most more year batteries. Me person I can make e-bikes ba. Na more year batteries no. Na ye nyimi no nyina ye boom. Omo catch me say they see me as a competitor. Until there's no way they want to cooperate with me. Me say oh me need investors. Me teacher ni amedi musica ye bibi kakara no. Me a competitor. It shock me. You understand? Until if you might see me doing everything by myself is because a lot of the companies in Ghana, they say Ghanaian companies here to now brofo abetoyen companies no. If your e-bike companies are Ghana are brofo, they say Oko Kenya. They say there are more than 20 e-bike companies or more Kenya. Most of them they were initially introduced by foreigners and now before no I feel that in the e-bike industry, Ghana, electric mobility space in Ghana, there's a lot of potential. And now we said before we a young person, not per se would develop skills at a better for a long time. No, electric car, electric bike, here. Motor repairs, assemblies, and as a companies endorse Ghana, if you Ghana and person mobile muding, if you Ghana, but me call more now side and yes, we just skill on keke. Say na you repair electric cars, because give me 5 years video about internet so 5 years time electric cars will be our Ghana or be a mechanic. Obi abepe mechanic or repair electric car because say be a kind of problem kitu aba ho say ni na a hot side no na ye pese yes so ye boano but me teacher ni am be I'm not in a hurry because my kitu endorse nti me so nya me ye no na me so me ne kakra sika ne edru baby a eso no na me the company na bagana but nya me adu 2024 de ye nya ye nipa ma ye the company ba kwa ba you be parts ni bi e Ghana this year did you be parts ni bi Ghana yes.
Charlie, CEO of Gaso Electric, Danny, that is over SVTV Africa. So I hope say kakra ya kin mesanu wa bebe kakra ya kin me dey am come say smart ones ne befa obi o de onye hunya adwen
yes
betini musa but smart ones no nyama bebre o ma waka obi tina o no o tie ni yie pa obetimi etu anamo nyama bebre mo me da se pass o ba ye before obe sign out no social media handles ne dey na omon person mo contact o so mo reach o na about electric bikes ni na
all right so I'm mostly on TikTok I'm super I'm most active. Instagram is active. TikTok is Gaso Electric and Instagram is Gaso Electric, but I'm most active.
Spell Gaso Electric, you know.
Gaso GASOR and Electric ELECTRA and ELECTRA. Gaso Electric is GASOR. Gaso. Never going. Wait, kitty. Wait, yeah, very light. But Gaso GASOR and Electric. Wait, yeah, my personal one. I me use to rounds. I know a foldable one. I don't say electric. So, but
wow.
Our Instagram Gaso Electric, TikTok Gaso Electric, the same. And I'm more YouTube.
Nice one. Okay, YouTube to Gaso Electric.
YouTube so Gaso Electric.
Okay. Charlie Danny, me da so be pass it through SBTV Africa. So who more person uchi omo?
Oh, it me chia well, me work about coming in here Juma e Ghana, very loyal, very faithful. No. Without him no we were pressure be real me so. A friend Ebenezer, I want to send my regards to him.
Wow.
The work he's doing in Ghana.
Big shout out to Ebenezer. Also when you obi or trust no on any business. You will be more, but I'm saying be na format no do so. But one be unya lucky na unya be there fine. You say be answer can say I don't know so Ebenezer, big shout out to you. Why?
And I mebusia for more Ghana me ma men me sisters more nkofo na mo aka nyina no mo ha me ba na me wife mo ha nti nya aka ne de me chom nyina and I'm sorry for Mount Calvary Cross Ministry me chom nyina
Nice one. Oh, you have the contacts near their social media handles so and how they the social media handles no born so I'll be no between 247 Gaso Electric me then I say me do my bike woman am ride back one anyway then I saw by SBTV Africa so where your business side say woman I can't say you there by the business side. So we need your business one. Okay, you know, me get plenty vibe for inside. What you say? You can do it. Don't wait till CKB. Scanning my bed. What's now watch start something. And once I make the access, just start something. Learn something. Start something. But the beginning in there, show be a say na suya bibia we need you. Oh, massa, give yourself time. You go make them. One day over catch say you talk. Start something. Anyway, Madam Production Team as DJ Click Sharon. Natina, hope so by me show no subia. My number is the good screen, so bet me WhatsApp me and access send me voice note.
She has a plan, a secret mission filled by gratitude and affection. she chooses her mother's favorite breakfast. Delight Foods, House Akoko, a harmonious blend of flavors crafted with care and devotion. The taste of tradition and comfort. In that moment, their connection deepens, a bond strengthened by a shared experience. Delight Foods, House Akoko, a delicious breakfast made with care and love in just 2 minutes.
My name is Fernanda Samoa, Director and CEO of Second Generation IT Group. Guess what? We are currently in Ghana and we're going to offer the best courses that will allow you to work anywhere in the world. The courses that we're going to offer, we're talking about cloud computing, we're talking about introduction to computers, networking, network security, cyber security.
We have a conducive learning environment and our programs are interactive where the students get to ask questions and they get answers that's going to help them, and we equip them with the right knowledge.
Classes are offered Monday through Friday. It depends on which day you want to come. We have morning shift, we have afternoon schedule, we have evening schedule, and also on the weekends. To register, go to www.secondgenit.com and register.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.